Welcome back here to another edition of the One Pride Report, as we are just one day away now from kicking off the 2020 NFL season, as your Detroit Lions will be traveling to Tampa Bay to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This should be a very interesting matchup. But first off, let's look at what Daryl Bevel's season goal is going to be. In the season opening press conference, Zerubbabel was kind of hesitant to commit to a win goal on the season. It would be easy for him to just pick 7 wins. But I mean, this is a team that went 11-5 last year, made it to the NFC Championship game, so you have to shoot a little bit higher than that, I would think. And in the end, Bevel chose a modest goal of 9 wins on the season. I think he should be able to accomplish that. Now here's a final look at the depth chart, and we were able to finally catch up with Lions quarterback Caleb Henderson, and here were his thoughts on heading to Tampa Bay for Week 1 against the Buccaneers, and his thoughts on the season in general. I'm ready. I'm ready for kickoff. I think it's going to be a good game. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they're not a team to be taken lightly. You can't take any opponent in the NFL lightly. There's only 32 teams in the NFL for a reason. You can't take any team lightly. The Bucs are a very good team. We saw that in preseason. They absolutely destroyed us. They had our number, and I definitely think that we're gonna bring out a better effort in this game. I don't know if we're gonna beat them. We're just gonna find out tomorrow. But it should be an interesting game, and I really hope that for my sake, I play better this year than last year. It's going to be very hard to improve on last season, but I'm just striving to get better every day. And I feel like I'm a better quarterback overall this season than I was last year. So just going to try to get better and hopefully not turn the football over too much in tomorrow's game. As you took a look at the final depth chart, not much really changed between this year and last year for the Lions. The notable change would be Tariq Black becoming the number 1 receiver, but he's, I believe, the only new starter overall on the team. So this is a team that's going to retain a lot of continuity. The Detroit Lions are, and I think that could potentially be a good thing. It's hard to remember that this was a team that did go 11-5 last season, got their first playoff win since 1991. Because of just how bad that loss was to the Redskins. But I definitely think if there's any team that can overcome it, I think it's going to be the Detroit Lions. You can see some of the players on the practice squad, like Juwan Johnson, Darian Franklin was relegated there, Kentrell Lovin, Tate Martell. You saw him earlier, though Martell will probably be activated to the roster maybe early on in the season, depending on how bad John O'Corn is, because Martell is probably going to be the eventual emergency backup. But here's a look at the injury report from around the league for a few different teams. The Raiders don't have Alden Smith or Jihad Ward. That's a tough break for them. Noah Charles Sims for the Rams out. Darren Carrington out for the Ravens. That's tough, but they have a lot of receiver depth there. Jabril Cook out for the Redskins. Tristan Jackson out for the Saints. Tyler Lockett, his Achilles tear. That's a tough break. Orlando Brown and Jason Kabinda out for the Seahawks. Le'Veon Bell out for the Steelers. Another tough injury for them. Lamar Miller out for the Texans. That's a big loss. Tajay Sharp out for the Titans. That's a big loss for them, as well as Zadarius Smith. Mitch Trubisky out for the Vikings, but again, he's the backup. Eddie Goldman out for the Bears. That's a massive loss. Bug Howard, slot receiver, out for the Bengals, at least for this week. That's a big loss for them. Garrett Sickles out for the Broncos. That's huge. Michael Pruitt out for the Browns. Micah Abernathy out for the Buccaneers. Chandler Jones out for the Cardinals. That's a big loss. We know about Jeb Blazevich and Yannick Ngakoue, both injured. Cowboys, Des Bryant, DeMarcus Lawrence, Jerick McKinnon, Micah Kiser, and Kaden Smith all out. Those are some big injuries for the Dallas. That's a lot of players that they're losing, a lot of talent. Kenyon Drake out for the Falcons. 49ers, no one hurt. Austin Davis and Speedy Noyle out for the Giants. No one cares about Fadarian Mantis. He doesn't matter. And yeah, so now here's a look at this Lions schedule. I'm finally going to give my official prediction on the season. I think that the Lions take a step back from last season. I think that the Packers are going to be a better team overall. And I think the Lions take a step back. I think that they go 9-7, but I do have them getting a wild card spot. Whether it be the 5th or the 6th seed, I don't know yet. But I definitely think that this is a Lions team that's going to take a step back, but they will still make the playoffs in my opinion. And here's a look at my week 1 picks. I'm going to take the Eagles to beat the Giants. I'll take the Patriots to beat the Dolphins. I'll take the Lions to beat the Bucks, though. I'll take the Bills to beat the Jaguars. I'll take the Vikings to beat the Packers. Give me the Colts to beat the Titans on the road. Give me the Browns to beat the Bengals on the road. Give me the Texans to beat the Bears. I will take the Falcons to beat the Raiders. I'll take the 49ers to go on the road and beat the Jets. And a Super Bowl 50 rematch, I'm going to take the Panthers to beat the Broncos this time around. I'll take the Rams to beat the Saints. I'll take the Ravens to beat the Steelers. That should be a great game on Sunday Night Football. I'll take the Chiefs to beat the Chargers. I will take the Seahawks to beat the Cardinals. And on the Thursday Night Football match to open up the season, I'll take the Redskins to beat the Cowboys. Now, here's a look at this Tampa Bay Buccaneers roster, just to preview them. And I'll get more in depth into my prediction of why I had the Lions beating Buccaneers. And I have the Lions winning this game. I think it's going to be close, 28-17. I'll go 28-17. I think the Lions score a touchdown late to pull away. But I definitely think that this is the Lions defense that was #1 in pretty much everything last season. And this is a Buccaneers team that went 5-11 last year. So this is not necessarily a great Bucs team, although they look pretty good on paper. There's Walker Little, the first-round pick. He's a stud, and he is going to be a problem for this Lions defensive line and their pass rushers. But Tim Williams will also be a problem for Caleb Henderson in the O-line. But anyways, I just think the Lions are the better team. You know, they have more depth. They can put up points, and the defense, a lot of them stuck around, and although they're older, look at Jacob Pugh, this dude's a stud. While a lot of the defense did get a year older, and while Tease Tabor is still the #2 corner, I mean, look at who the Bucs have at corner. Nobody. Micah Abernathy is injured, so they're down to I believe, their 3rd-round pick, Demodir Lenore out of Oregon. I mean, you know that Caleb Henderson is going to test him, and he's going to be matched up on D.D. Westbrook in his first career start. I mean, that's just asking for trouble. So, the Buccaneers are playing with fire, playing those guys in their secondary. That's going to be an issue for them. It's definitely going to be an issue, although what will be a concern is Mike Williams on Tease Tabor. That is where the Bucs will have a shot to win this game. They can keep attacking Tease Tabor with Mike Williams, Mike Evans, Devin Allen, Amara Darboh. They will have some success on this Lions defense. But tomorrow at 1 o'clock p.m., the Detroit Lions travel to Tampa Bay to take on the Buccaneers. Can the Lions begin Season 5, the 2020 NFL season, on the right foot with a W this year? Find out tomorrow.